everyone and welcome to a brand new video. Today we are looking at an Atsushi, the Blazing Sky deck, and I suppose it is slightly budget because we've actually made it as a Dragon's Approach build. So if you've not seen Dragon's Approach, it's 2 in red for a sorcery. It deals 3 damage to each opponent. You may exile Dragon's Approach and 4 cards named Dragon's Approach from your graveyard. If you do, search your library for a dragon creature card, put it onto the battlefield and shuffle. And the deck can have any number of cards named Dragon's Approach. So I've gone with 30 because I want to support this synergy with some other cards. I could have gone absolutely crazy with 60 of these, but I think it's a little bit too risky as we won't have any other ways to kill opponent's creatures or interact. So if you've not seen Atsushi, basically whenever it dies you get to either create 3 treasure tokens, which is very important so you can keep playing it over and over again, or you can exile the top 2 cards of your library and until end of your next turn you may play those cards. So that's the general. And what big dragons are we going to get out with Dragon's Approach? Well, we don't need too many because we're going to filter them out with this ability anyway. We've gone for Inferno of the Star Mounts, which is really powerful. You can swing in, Flying Haste, take your opponent out. You got the Tear of the Peaks, which comes in whenever other dragons or other creatures come in, it'll deal damage equal to that power to any target, which is amazing. Glorybringer, which comes in with haste, deals 4 damage to something, and Goldspan Dragon. So these are the 4 top end dragons. I've not made them too crazy expensive. Obviously we could have gone even more expensive, but I'd rather just have reliability so I can even cast these if we don't see too many Dragon's Approaches. You can build this deck in a way to have more ways to kind of not mill yourself, but put more cards into your graveyard. So put stuff in like Cathartic Reunion, which lets you discard, because with a card like this, don't underestimate it. You could just discard 2 Dragon's Approaches and then the following turn you might be able to just use this ability straight away. So it's pretty fun, pretty reliable, and it's surprising. We've gone for loads of snow covered mountains in the deck, and yeah, if you like the look of the deck you could leave me a like and possibly sub to me. Would really mean the world to me. Help me get to 1,000 subs. And if you're going to buy any of these cards, then check out my affiliate links below in the description, and using any of the affiliate links will help me, give me a bit of commission. So let's get into the gameplay. We go first against Kasmina. Interesting, don't see this very often, so there could potentially be a Super Friends build, seeing as they can use all other, or sorry, it gives other Planeswalkers Kasmina's abilities. Kind of crazy. Getting the Bergie out is going to be really nice as well, because it essentially discounts our Dragon's Approaches by 1 red, so we can cast more Dragon's Approaches. And the Torbrun as well is really good, so let's just see if we can get a land here. Land would be nice. Frostbite, so let's start with the Bergie. If we get a mana the following turn, the Frostbite is basically a free spell because it will give us 1 red, so it can't be blocked. Scary part is when this flips they'll just start drawing cards, which is not good for us. Discarding Pull from Tomorrow, interesting. And a Muyan Ling, okay, so they might be giving our Bergie -2 power. So we do want lands, unfortunately.
Many have challenged me over
so Bergie will have 1 power. And what should we do? Let's swing into Muyan Ling. And yeah, pass a turn. So if Muyan Ling gets to ultimate, that's going to be bad because they're going to be able to get an emblem that says Island, says tap to draw a card. Let's try and kill the Seafaring Werewolf here, because that's just going to draw them a card, which is annoying. And then we can use this red mana to draw a card with the Maze Mind Tome, so it might be useful. Let's draw 1 now. A Braid's not too bad. Gonna put a Stop 'em Upkeep. Okay, that didn't quite work. I did actually put a Stop 'em Upkeep there, but the Maze Mind Tome didn't actually work. So they've got 2 mana open. That's pretty suspicious. Let's see if we can resolve a Torbrun. We can. So Swing the Bergie into the Mu Youngling here. If that gets through, that'll be 3 damage.
Don't get me involved.
And the nice thing about Torbran is, if he survives, he makes our Dragon's Approaches deal 5 apiece, which is a pretty fast clock if you ask me. So the fact they're going to minus the Torbran does suggest that they don't have removal for him. So are we going to see a Tree Folk? We are. Okay, so it's a 4/4. Right, let's get a land here. We desperately need a land, please. And it is a land. Wonderful. So the Abrade can take care of this guy. We can take that stop off now. So let's kill the Tree Folk. 5 damage. And then we could even go for the Atsushi. Oh no, that seems enough. That was a pretty awesome synergy though. Torbran plus, you know, Dragon's Approach. That was going to be pretty awesome. We go first against Rafine, so it seems to be quite a popular general right now. Every other video I make seems to have a lot of Rafines. And we don't have any way to deal with the graveyard, so if it is a reanimation build, we could be in trouble. The Chandra's Triumph does deal with Rafine, but we will need 3 mana because it has Ward 1, annoyingly. I suppose we can just start with the Dragon's Approach, so that is 3 damage. So don't need too many of these. A total of 8 of these and you win the game. Beloved Beggar, 0/4. Okay. Ooh. Is this the budget build I made? It could be. We'll have to see more cards. I mean, it'll be the first time I've ever seen one of my own decks, but be intrigued. I just recognise this card and how weird it is. So we'll see how many rares and mythics they use. Mortify. I mean, it's still an uncommon. Okay. So let's go for the treasures. I think that'll be the commonality here. And swinging in with the 0 power to show me who's boss. Fair enough. Okay, so the Lava Coil is going to be good because it exiles that forever, but do I really want to do that? 4, 5, 6. Let's just go for Atsushi again, I think. I love how Atsushi essentially pays for itself. Like, making 3 treasure tokens a turn means that you can always cast it. So yeah, this is looking like the budget build. Awesome. It's quite touching in a way because of, you know, to think that someone enjoys your content and then makes your deck. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do. Yeah, I definitely think it is. So okay, let's just swing in. No need to go crazy yet. And we've got a few instants here, so there's no need to engage yet. Unfortunately, it does look like they've got some land issues though, sadly enough. Infernal Grasp. Okay. So Atsushi will be going to the grave again. They do lose a bit of life, which does help us in the long run. Let's get some more treasures. Interestingly enough, they don't want to go for the Rafine, which is somewhat strange. Yeah, let's kill the Ancestor here, and it will exile as well. Really useful. And that's unfortunate. Well, thanks Ostent01 for seemingly using my deck. If you guys want to catch it, it's a few videos ago. Have a look. Okay, facing Ishin, so there will be a double attack trigger deck. Our starting hand is not very good at all. We need some more lands. This one's slightly better. So yeah, Ishin says if a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a opponent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So very powerful card. And we've got some good utility here actually. Well, how much toughness? It's 4 toughness, so we can't kill it with the Braid, but hopefully we'll find something else. I think we'll start with Maze Mine Tome. And then try to scry some more lands to the top. That's going to be useful. Terror of the Peaks will be nice if it can survive, but that's highly unlikely. So let's hopefully get a land to the top. There we are. And we've got a lot of options, to be honest. Let's go for Term of Legends. We want to just keep drawing, well, potentially drawing answers for this Ishin, otherwise their double triggers are going to take the game over pretty soon. Although it is a bit suspicious how they're attacking with no like support cards. Barrowin of Clan Under. Okay, let's draw a card. Getting a lot of Dragon's Approaches here. Let's scry, see if we get another land. Okay, so we can kill the Barrowin, and I think we're going to have to because its attack trigger is pretty awesome. Ooh, Key to the Archive. Although saying that, let's just take a turn off. Okay, for Key to the Archive. This is also nice because... Ooh, okay, let's go for Day of Judgment, and then we can discard a Dragon's Approach. And remember, when we put stuff into our graveyard, it's useful, because we want to exile 4 of these from our yard in order to tutor any dragon. Because they don't have any creatures in their graveyard, the Barrowin's trigger doesn't really help them. So at the minute they're just swinging for 6. And also they haven't completed a dungeon either, so it won't trigger either way. Let's hope they don't kill the Key to the Archive, otherwise we are not casting the Day of Judgment. Zombie Ogre. Let's try and scry land to the top. That's not a land. Sad, because I would have really liked that. So yeah, let's go for Day of Judgment here. Get rid of all the threats. That's a strange addition. It's not an attack trigger, but I suppose if it's a dungeon build, then it sort of makes sense to put the zombie ogre in. Land, sweet. So now our hand's looking stacked. Torbran, Terror of the Peaks, Dragon's Approach. We're looking good. Oof. Okay, that's really good. So what can we do about that? Maybe we can Torbran and Abrade. I think that's probably what we're going to do here. 5 damage to the Drana. Seems good. Otherwise they'll be getting stuff out of the yard, including the Ishin. So the fact Ishin's in the graveyard, I'm not quite sure if they have any more ways to revive him, but it does seem potentially an option for them, unless of course they put all their eggs in the Drana basket. So Drana could have revived, but yeah, maybe that was too risky. Oh my goodness. So now we're looking pretty crazy. Go for the Goldspan Dragon here. Of course they could just kill Torbran in response. Let's go in for the swing. Vanishing Verse. Okay. That's... yeah, I'd rather actually... oof, blimey. 2 amazingly good removal spells. That is a shame. Damn. What are the odds of that? Okay, fair enough. I suppose they're not on the Atsushi. That would have been a lot more annoying, because I wouldn't have got the death trigger there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we get an extra mana, we can go for Terra and Atsushi. Farewell. Oh man, that's rough. Oh, that's pretty rough. Yeah, killing the key and the tome, mana and card advantage. Damn. Yeah, Farewell's pretty obnoxious. It's pretty good. It's a very nice replacement for Ugin that was banned, so if you're wondering how to deal with the field when you're in second place, Farewell is probably the answer for you if you're using white mana. So let's see if we can resolve an Atsushi trigger. We can. Smash them in the face. Dragon's Approach. Yeah, that Farewell Exile and Graveyards did so much work. It's crazy. So they're at 7, so we have lethal on board. Even if they kill one of our creatures, we still have lethal on board, so they need a board wipe essentially. Okay. Yep, the writing's on the wall there, they see it, and they scoop. Okay, against Rego Streetwise Mentor. Starting out is actually fairly good. especially when you consider that Rego's got 2 toughness, so we can take care of it with the Abrade. The Tome of Legends lets us draw cards, and the Dragon's Approach is the entire synergy of the deck, so can't really complain there. Segovian Angel, okay. Oh, we've even got a turn 1 play, Strike It Rich, so we can do turn 3 play next turn if we want to, but that does seem unlikely. Kite, it gets +2 as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. Interesting. So I think I'm gonna just keep the Abrade up for the Rego, because otherwise they'll be able to draw cards with this guy. So here he is, and yeah, let's take him out ASAP. He's got a shield counter, isn't it? Well, we've got to start somewhere, haven't we? That's actually really good against red, I have to say. Ooh, the fact they're drawing so many cards is crazy. Let's go for Tome of Legends. So now we're basically looking for a board wipe. Well, that doesn't do it, does it? Yeah, we can't really stop them here. They're really drawing extra cards every turn. The irony that this works with Rego is crazy, because the power buff comes after you draw a card, because it's an attack trigger. So unless we get a board wipe here, we are just screwed. Yeah, they had absolutely perfect plays. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. Yeah, that's exactly what you want to be doing in the game, and we didn't really get too much interaction. So for every creature they have, we'd need equivalent number of removal, but obviously we've only had 1 so far. So I guess we'll just go for the Atsushi and see what happens. Puts a counter on the Tome. We might be able to block something. I mean, they could just attack with the Mist-Cloaked Herald, to be fair, and just draw 1 card and be happy with what they've got. Yeah, that shield counter is pretty good. Certainly hard to deal with, and if you think that it takes us 2 spells to kill Rego, and then if you just recast it, we're going to have to use 2 more spells, right? The red literally can't do anything versus this. It's crazy. Oof, Toski, they're going to draw a lot of cards here. And even if they just swing with 1 card, they'll be drawing 2 cards. Well, I guess we kill something, right? Go for the Ledger Shredder, because they can just redeploy Rego the following turn anyway. Yeah, this is very bad if you hadn't guessed. Oh, drawing so many cards there. Don't think there's anything mono red can do here. I mean, even if we had enough blockers, they could just attack with an unblockable. Looks like it's going to be pretty hard to pull off this Dragon's Approach, doesn't it? So they're holding priority, which means they might have some kind of counter spell. Yep, and we'll pass the turn, but yeah, we've pretty much lost here. Not much more to say, really. Rego drawing 2 cards a turn, drawing 4 extra cards. Well, every single card in their hand is one that they got for free. So that's the thing about aggro, is aggro normally doesn't do well late game because it doesn't have card advantage, but this style of deck, it plugs those holes. So yeah, it's a very powerful build. It doesn't even look that expensive to build. Lots of commons and uncommons. Um, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so just block the Rego, I guess. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're down to 1. Sure thing. Draw 4 more cards. Pretty ludicrous, isn't it? Maybe this card was a mistake, you know? drawing for every creature. Normally abilities like this are worded in a way that says one or more, but the fact it's indestructible, can't be countered, it's crazy. Green is so pushed. Tusky is ridiculous card. Yeah, indestructible is a really mean ability because you essentially say that red can't do anything about it. And if you think that Iona was banned in Commander because whenever Iona comes in, you name a colour, and players can't, something like opponents can't play spells of the chosen colour. But Tusky kind of says the same thing because red can't deal with this. Not in arena. No way. No way. Yeah, so as you can see in my hand, we've got 3 Dragon's Approaches. Nothing we can really do. Cards in general will still die. We've got 1 life. So yeah, I will concede. Hope you understand that. I'm sure most of you would. Moving on to the next game. We go first against Gishath Sun's Avatar, so they will definitely be a dinosaur tribal deck, and if they're not, then my name is Doctor Who. But yeah, whenever this hits us, we probably lose the game because they get to put dinosaurs onto the battlefield from the top of their deck, equal to the amount of damage they dealt to us. It's pretty wacky. Very good, very strong. Let's get the tapped ramp out first. And we haven't drawn a single approach, so we could just go for the Atsushi next turn. Looks like they're ramping as well. Torbran, yeah, we'll go for the Atsushi here. They have access to white, which means they may have exile effects, which is never good for us. But what are you going to do? You're going to have to still play cards out, aren't we? Would be nice to draw an additional land. They've only got red though, this is kind of strange. 3, 4, 5. So because of that, I'm going to kill the Chromatic Lantern because that's literally fixing all of their mana for them. Is this a concession? 3 reds is weird. It's a bit suspicious, right? Is it just a weird build, like maybe one of our builds that we do on this channel? A mono red Gishath? Is that possible? Is that something you'd like to see? I don't know. Could be possible. As long as you've got the mana base to cast Gishath. Okay, now we're going to swing in with the Atsushi. Whenever I play this guy, I feel like I want to buy some sushi. So, yeah, we'll go for the Mind Stone next. So they only have red. Do they have any other colour mana? They have white. 3, 4, 5. So they're a little bit off still. Frostbite. Okay, let's go for the Torbran to see if we can sneak in a bit more damage here. Not sure what the opponent holds priority for literally every action we do. It's not like they've got any blue, but... And also, it's not like killing Atsushi here before Torbran solves anything either. So if this swings in, it's going to be 6 damage. Okay. 3, 4, 5. So if we get a land next turn, and they don't have any removal, could be pretty good. Mirari's Wake. Oof, so they're going to get a Gishath next turn. So do we just win here? Swing in. And bada bing bada boom. Inferno of the Starmans coming in for the win. Enjoy! If you've had fun watching this video, don't forget to leave me a like and a sub, and to check out my Ko-fi donations page where you can donate as little or as much as you want. And check out some more videos to keep watching.